right. Let's see here. Are we live? Are we live? Yes, we're live. We're live. Hello, 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 and welcome again to another day in the 3M Virtual Conference. I am your girl, Candy with an E, and we're back today, and we have Coach Pat Pearson. When I say, oh my God, she is the bomb. Now, I'm going to bring her up in a few, but right now, I just want you guys to, anybody that was here for any of the other speakers, how was it? Oh my God, last night when I tell you, I wanted to fry some chicken so bad last night. I had baked chicken and I was actually ticked off with myself because after seeing all them pictures of the fried chicken, I was like, really, really, really. So just one thing, if you guys want to actually, I actually put up your names and stuff like that whenever you make a comment. If you don't want your name to actually show up like this, it says Facebook user, it is a link that you have to go to, and it's actually on where I plan to go live, and you can actually look at it. If you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, it actually give StreamYard the permission to actually show your name and your face. So that's only if you want to. If you don't want to, just put your name next to it. So when you put your, when I put it up, we know who was actually speaking. Okay. So that's just, just some cleanup if you want to do it that way. If you don't, that is fine. It's just, that is why I don't get to see your name and call your name out, because I don't actually see it. So again, tonight we're going to actually talk to Coach Pat Pearson. She's going to be talking about time management and productivity. And the summit is actually sponsored by, Lily and Sadie. They are jewelry. It's a jewelry company. If you go to Lily and Sadie on Facebook, you can follow all of the stuff that they got going on over there. The jewelry I had on yesterday I bought it from them. They have affordable pricing, and you get like the earrings and the necklace, and some of the sets you have all three pieces. The set I bought, it had the earrings, the necklace, and the bracelet, and then I did get one that just has the earrings and the necklace. So they got a lot of nice jewelry. So check out lilyandsadie.com. Actually, if you go to Facebook, that's the easiest way to do it. Just go to Lily and Sadie, and it's LILLIE and SADIE. And hey, they got a lot of nice jewelry. So we're going to go ahead and get it started, because it is 7:04. And you know how I am. I don't wait, because guess what? Time waits for no one. So we're going to bring Coach Pat Pearson up, and we're going to make sure that her mic is unmuted, and we're going to bring her on up. All right.
Yay. Hello. Give me just 1 second. I want to share this to my page, and then I'll be good to go. And I'm just about there.
Right. So funny story, people. You know how we always talking about how people, people, and sometimes you meet people and it's like you met them before and you didn't even realize that you know them. So I'm gonna give you a funny story about Coach Pat. So Coach Pat and I actually met 2 years ago, and didn't even realize we had met each other. So that I'm saying, we was at a conference, Show Your Success conference, the whole freaking weekend. So that's 3 days. We went a whole 3-day weekend, and 9 times out of 10 we had to speak to each other, because Taria always make you walk. You know how you be in church and you be like, go around and speak to your neighbor. So we done spoke to each other in them 3 days. Had no clue who the two of us were. So a couple of months ago, Coach Pat reached out to me, and she was like, I need some help with my social media. So, I'm doing this, I already started doing the social media. And one of our other friends, Coco, was like, you don't remember Pat? She was at Show Your Success. And I'm like, no, she wasn't. Yes, she was. So, me and her going back and forth. And of course, she know that Coach Pat was there, because they was in the same book. So anyway, go fast forward. I go through the pictures, because Taria makes us take pictures of all everything that's going on at any conference. And why come we are in a picture together, less than 2 people from each other? We could actually almost touch each other. So that is just a funny story about how you never know who you end up talking to. Might be somebody you already knew, and hey, look at what's going on. We still dealing with each other 2 years later. So that's just a funny story about me and how me and Coach Pat actually met. So, it's more to it, we family,
Yes. And now we're stuck together like glue.
Exactly. So now I done told you how I know Coach Pat. So I want you to actually tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Candy with an E. Well, first of all, giving me the opportunity to be able to share to your population. This is definitely an honor, and I appreciate it. I really do, and I thank you so much that we connected 2 years ago. Because had we not connected, we wouldn't be here today. But again, like you said, my name is Coach Pat Pearson. I am a certified productivity business coach. I've been coaching for probably business coaching for 3 years, but I've been coaching for much longer than that because I started out coaching in network marketing. My husband and I were in network marketing, and we had an international team. In fact, we grew a team and did quite well when we were in network marketing. But it was there that I decided to move forward to coaching entrepreneurs. I work a full-time job. I work from 9 to 5. In addition to being a coach, I'm an author. I'm actually a 3-time author, and Candy's wearing my shirt, The Employee to Entrepreneur, my time management. And my husband and I did a book together on managing a business while managing a happy marriage. And that was very good, very good. So, like I said, I'm an author, a coach, and I'm also a publisher. And what I do is I help professional women who are working a 9 to 5. I help them to grow their business, to become profitable without the stress, the overwhelm that you get from the many activities that you have to do. I help to alleviate that so that you can have your 9 to 5. Some of us are ready to leave. Some of us want to maintain our 9 to 5 because there's some great benefits there. So it's when you're ready to move, you'll be ready to move once you've hung out with Coach Pat. But we help you to keep your work-life balance so that you're not going crazy all the time, just working your 9 to 5 as well as working your business.
All right. So now that we talked a little bit about what you do, because hey, who knew she got all of those books? Now I know because I'm in the background just looking at stuff, but you never know all of the things that people are doing. Sometimes we actually just see one thing. Like a lot of people, they saw the from employee to entrepreneur, but they didn't realize that it was other things that you do. So let's dig a little into the Coach Pat Pearson. And I want you to talk specifically about some of the programs that you actually offer in your coaching space.
It's most of my programs are customized. A lot of people think that productivity and time management, one size fits all. One size does not fit all because we all have different personalities, and especially the ones of us that are working a 9 to 5, we have different schedules, we have different responsibilities that we have to take care of. So one of my programs is to help define your need in the productivity space and in the time management space. What we do is we help to identify your personality, the time that you decided that you want to allot to your business after you've done your 9 to 5. And based on that, we put together a program that's going to fit your schedule and also help you to obtain the goals that you've set for yourself and for your business.
Cool, cool, cool. So now that we talked about that, let's talk a little bit more about, some of the things that you do, because one of the things that I wanted to actually ask you about is, and actually have you talk about is the importance of goal setting.
Yes, goal setting is key to productivity and time management, because if you're not setting goals, then you're not setting a direction for yourself. And a lot of times, even with setting goals, goals have to be set properly. Many of us have heard about setting SMART goals, and SMART goals is definitely needed. And if you don't know, SMART means specific, it needs to be measurable, it needs to be actionable, relevant, and time sensitive. Goals are, once you set your goals, a lot of times we set our goals, you can set short-term goals as well as long-term goals. But when you set your long-term goals, then you're going to set short-term goals around your long-term goals. But again, the key is setting the goal. In fact, I have a worksheet that I'll share at the end where it actually breaks it down for you, how to set a specific, measurable, relevant, time-sensitive goal. Your goal also needs three other things, and I wrote it down because I didn't want to forget. It needs to have three P's, and those three P's is your goal needs to be positive. It also needs to be personal, and it needs to be possible. Possible meaning a lot of times people will set unrealistic goals, and when they don't obtain the goal that they've set for themselves, they're annoyed, they're frustrated because they didn't get the goal. Well, it wasn't necessarily possible. That's why it's good for us to get together in the workshop, determine the goal, and determine if it's possible based on where it is you're trying to get with the goal. Personal, you have to have some value in the goal, and of course you want it to be positive. You don't want any negative goal. I like everything positive, so you want it to be positive. So in addition to your goals being SMART, SMART, they need to have the three P's: positive, personal, and possible.
Cool. So we need to make sure we got them three P's, ladies and gentlemen. And again, you guys need to be getting your notepads out and everything, because I need you guys questions and stuff. You can send the questions in to candypromotions@gmail.com, because on the 20th, you're going to have free range to all of our speakers, where you will be able to talk to them and get questions to them about anything that they got going on. So now that we done talked a little bit about goal setting, let's talk about to-do lists, because I like setting goals, but I also like to-do lists. So, give me your point of view on to-do lists.
To-do lists. Now, to-do lists are great to a point. Many times people will write a to-do list. They're sitting down and they're writing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things that they have to get done. And in the middle of the day, then they have to add something else. Well, the key to a to-do list is to prioritize it. Okay, prioritize it and break it down. When you create your to-do list, the thing that I suggest, and again, like I said, there is no one size fit all when it comes to productivity and when it comes to time management. But some keys are a foundation that's necessary. For your goals, when you do your to-do list, what I suggest is you look at your list and you say, what is the one thing on here that I really must get done today? What's the one thing that I must get done today? And then you write that goal. And then you go back to your list again and you ask the same question. I do this 3 times. So my top 3 goals are those 3 goals. Now, not only have I decided that I must get them done today, I need to think, is it going to take me towards my goal? Is it going to take me towards the ultimate goal? Is it, is it going to take me where I need to be for the next step in a particular goal? So by identifying those three, your top three goals, okay, now you still have all of those other goals on your list. And a lot of times what happens is people will take those goals and transfer them, and I'm doing this on a daily basis, and transfer them over to the next day. Well, the thing you also need to do before you transfer them over to the next day is to make sure that they're relevant. Is it irrelevant? Is it something that I need to do, number one? Is it something that I can outsource? You look at those based on those principles, and then you decide whether you want to move it to the next day or not. You may get to the point where you have like 3 or 4 goals that you just keep moving from day to day to day. And then you have to stop and say, well, if I've moved this 3 times, it hasn't been a goal that's important enough to make the top 3, number one. So it may be something that you just need to eliminate altogether. So again, when it comes to setting your goals, again, the 3 P's, you got to plan and you got to prioritize. And when you plan and prioritize, you're going to see the profit, and that's what we're looking for.
Exactly. So that was one of the other things that I like about what you said. You have to go back and reevaluate, because sometimes we make this huge list of things that we need to do, and some of the stuff that's on the list after you done moved it a couple of times is something that's not needed anyway. Some people actually look at their list and get upset because I didn't finish all of the things. But as you stated, if you took care of the most important things, then you have a successful list for that day. You have actually accomplished something. So sometimes it's more on, hey, what did I accomplish? What did I want to accomplish overall for the day? You know what I'm saying? Because some things, it got to get done today, and
Right.
some things you can wait the next week. You know what I'm saying? So if you can wait the next week, it don't need to be on this week's goal.
Exactly. And not only that, if you made it smart, you have a time stamp on it anyway. You know when it needs to be done. So if it's smart and it has the 3 P's, it's gonna get done, or it doesn't need to be done. And so
Exactly.
even when you do those 3 goals, I would say go back and make sure they're smart goals. Now, some goals you're gonna have to break down into smaller tasks. And of course, a lot of times when you have a lot of tasks on if it's a big goal, that may be the only goal that you're working on, especially if you're working a 9 to 5. And if you don't mind me asking, if you are working a 9 to 5, just put a 1 in the chat, just so we have a general idea of who's working 9 to 5. Because working a 9 to 5 and trying to implement these practices is what's key. We spend a lot of time on our 9 to 5 during the day, or 9 to 5, or 9 to until. Some of them are 9 until. We just say 9 to 5 because it's general. We spend a lot of time there. So you don't want to have to come home and spend all of your time in your business. Self-care is absolutely necessary. So you have to make time for self-care. Self-care is going to help you also with your productivity and your time management. Because if you're taking care of yourself and you're getting the rest that you need, the proper sleep, the proper rest, then you have more time to do the things that you need to do for your business. The other thing I suggest is set hours. Just like you have a 9 to 5, set the hours for your business. If your business is going to be 6 to 9, Monday and Wednesday, those are your hours. Then you dedicate 6 to 9 definitely to your business, to nothing else. Just like, when your favorite show comes on TV and you tell your girlfriend, don't be calling me at 7 o'clock because my show on. And I can't be interrupted with my show. So you're going to treat your business the same way. You're going to say, from 7 to 9 on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm not available. And then you can focus on the task that you have to get it completed.
Okay. So what advice would you give someone that's just starting out with their business with actually setting up the time management, the goals and stuff like that for their business to get started?
I would definitely have them start out with their goals, with the goals and the to-do list. First of all, I would have them create their to-do list. What can I add? That was an unknown, right?
Okay.
If that's your self-care, if that's your self-care, you know, you have
why to edit this.
Yes, but for a new person, it's really, really crucial that you follow your to-do list and you follow your goals. Your goals are going to be more important to start out with, because you want to look at that goal. And I get a mentor or a coach with a new person starting out, because you don't know all the things that you don't know. Now, I know when I started, I was working my 9 to 5. I was trying to build a business, and I have a husband, and I was trying to maintain a life. It was to the point where it was just so unbalanced that I couldn't keep up, to the point, and for a new person, to the point where I was ready to quit. It was like, okay, it's going to be one or the other, the job or the business. I wasn't ready to give up the job, because the job was bringing in a nice stream of income. So I had to find the way. So when you're starting out, pay close attention to your goals, get a mentor or a coach to work with you so that they can show you the steps that you need to do so that you don't make the same mistakes that we made when we got started.
Exactly. So one other thing we need to talk about when it comes down to Coach Pat, though, one of the things I know you believe in is productivity styles. Tell them a little bit about what you mean about productivity styles.
Productivity styles is, we all have our own style. We're all different. We all have different personalities. So what I pulled together today is 3 personalities. And I'm going to read a couple of words from each personality. I'm going to give you 3. The first one is trendsetter. The second one is creative. And the third is maestro. So when you hear your description, put either 1 for trendsetter, 2 for creative, or 3 for maestro. For a trendsetter, you're independent. You're endlessly curious. You're very curious. You definitely don't want to feel, I need to put my glasses on, fenced in. Let me put my glasses on so I can read. I ain't too cute. I got my hair did today for y'all, though.
You balling. You balling today, girl. You balling.
Let me put my glasses on. Okay. You definitely want to feel blocked in. You don't want to feel fenced in. You have a passion for what you do. You're not interested in surface results. You want your clients, your customers to have real results. That's the trendsetter. The creative, you are intentional and thoughtful. You deeply desire creating something of lasting value for your work. You're smart and motivated. That's creative. The maestro, I already know who this is. You're a powerhouse of confidence. Focused. You're already organized and structured, and you have many of your systems already in place. You love feeling on top of the things and in control. So that's 1, the trendsetter, 2, the creative, and 3, the maestro. Oh, am I going the right way? So
I already knew who you were talking about. So
put in the comments which one you think you are. And if you're not sure, at the end of the broadcast, I'm going to give you the link so you can go in and take a quiz to identify which one you are. whether you're a trendsetter, a creative, and a maestro. And it makes a difference because even when we get together, it makes a difference based on your personality, how we put together a program that's going to work effectively for you.
So we got a couple of twos that came up. Look like Pixie is a 2.
I'm a 2.
Yeah. Coach Pat already said I'm a 3, so it is.
We know Candy's a 3.
She said I'm a 3, so I ain't tell you. I'm gonna take the test anyway because I want to. But hey, she said I'm a 3, and we gonna make sure that I'm a 3. If I'm not a 3, I'll put it in the comments after I take the test. But we already know what the answer probably gonna be.
Yes.
This is what she do.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea for them to come back and check what they thought they were versus what they are.
Yeah, Coco said she's a 2.
Okay. Yeah.
So let people know when it comes down to okay, this is what Pixie said. I'm gonna let that go. So whatever. I'm still gonna take this test because I want to see if y'all wrong or not. I'm just gonna, and if y'all right, I'm gonna just put in there y'all was right and just let it go. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. But is there with having the different types of productivity styles, what does that mean? Does it, I know there's no wrong answer for which one you end up being, but what does that mean when it comes down to time management and how you work?
It's just like a morning person and an evening person. A person that's a morning person, you can tell them to get up in the morning and write out your goals and X, Y. They're not going to do it because it's just, they're not motivated to move in the morning. They're motivated to move in the evening versus in the morning. It's like if you'll look at a lot of productivity material will tell you should get up first thing in the morning and you should do X, Y, and Z. Well, I'm not a morning person. I've been trying for years to work out in the morning. I can't do it. Morning is just not and I'm a morning person, but working out in the morning is just not for me. So you have to find, based on your personality, what it is. For instance, even with the to-do list, I said get 3 top priorities and focus on the 3 priorities. There are some people that can only focus on 2. So we have to work those 2 until we can get those completed. I write my stuff out for the next day, the night before, which is absolutely brilliant. And that's one of the recommendations that I do make, because what happens is when you write your stuff out the night before, you already know what the next day is going to look like. So you don't have to think about, oh, what do I have to do today? Believe me, I know what that's like. I've done it. I have done it. Look, when I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to me. I've done all of it. Believe me. I've not made a list. I've made a list. I've written the list the day of and still not got it completed. So it makes a difference.
Exactly. Well, that's one of the things that I do when I'm coaching people. I tell them to make a list. But if you have a list of 10 things and you actually accomplished 5 of them, guess what? You did a great job today. You know what I'm saying? Because some people was looking at the fact that they didn't get everything done. And that's not, it doesn't matter that you didn't get everything done. Did you accomplish the most important things for the day? And as long as you did that, you had a successful day.
Yes, okay. Action. As long as you took action.
Exactly.
We're successful.
Exactly. So guess what, Coach Pat? Because you thought you weren't going to be able to do it. Your 30 minutes is up, girl.
Oh, before we go, can we talk a little bit about the publishing real quick?
Oh, we're going to talk about all of it, but I'm just letting you know you thought you weren't going to get that far. So
I was done.
You made it, girl. So now let's keep going. So let's talk about, because, we've been talking about Coach Pat and the coaching program. So now let's talk about your new venue of the publishing company. Tell them about Pearson Publishing.
Yes. That's my new baby, Pearson Publishing. And of course, Pearson Publishing would not be what it is today if it was not for Candy with an E, Martin, who does all of my social media. So if you need, when I said delegate and outsource, if you need social media, Candy with an E, Martin is the person that you need to see. I had to throw that in there. I'm sorry. But Pearson Publishing I started it recently with my husband. And actually, one of the first books that we published is my productivity journal.
Cool.
This productivity journal has in it, it's for business, obviously. So you can list down your business, your tagline. All of that information is in here, your mission, your vision. Then, of course, I have a section for goals.
Of
You
course.
talk about your goals. And a spreadsheet for you to fill out your SMART goals. This is a productivity planner. Then you have your monthly planner and your weekly planner. Now, this is a planner that I put together for my company, a productivity planner, because that's my focus. My company focuses on working with coaches, consultants, and course writers. We're a publishing company, but we publish journals, planners, and workbooks. Why do we publish journals, planners, and workbooks? Because as a coach, when you have your client leave your course or your class or your training or your one-on-one with your planner or your journal, they're carrying you with them. They're advertising for you every day when they pull it out. When they need something, the first person that they're going to think of is you, because they have you right there with them at all times. Not only that, it's an extra stream of income. You can use the planners and the journal to when you're doing a speaking event and you need something for the back of the room to sell. If you don't have a book available, you can use your journals or your planners. And in addition to that, you can use them as gifts for your customers, the ones that buy from you on a regular basis, that, you just want to do something nice for your customer. Send them off a planner or a journal. Journals are not that expensive. Send them a journal just to say thank you for your business. Again, you're sending your brand to them. So they're going to help to keep your brand alive. We've done, I just finished a Mommy and Me journal for someone. The journal is before the baby comes. So the mommy's tracking the whole pregnancy, and she's writing down her doctor's visits, etc., throughout the planner. I'm also in the process of doing a scripture journal for one of my coaching clients. So there's really no limit. There's creativity is yours, because your course, your your workshop, or where you're going to be speaking. So we design it based on your course and your workshop. So it's not something that you're going to just go see anywhere. Exactly. That's my new baby.
All right. So tell them the importance of actually having and using a journal or a planner.
It goes right back to what we've been talking about, your goals, keeping track of your goals. Not only that, it's history. It's something that you can revisit at a later date, because you want to follow up to see, okay, now what did I do last week that worked? What did I do that didn't work? So you have all of that documented either in a planner or a journal. Journals are great for also self-care. A lot of journals is just journaling especially in the environment that we're in today, just writing down your thoughts. Writing down your thoughts clears your mind. So it helps to just write things down. The thing about a journal, no one's going to see it but you, unless you want someone to see it. So you can journal on a daily basis. To those bad. Okay, Coco. Yeah, you can write on your, it is definitely history. It's something that you can go back to. The other good thing about a journal is if you write a lot in your journal, that journal can turn into a book.
Exactly.
It can turn into a book. So you've already done the hard work because you've already journaled on a daily basis. So all the information is there.
Cool. So let's tell everybody how to get in touch with Coach Pat Pearson Publishing, author, cutie pie, all of that. How to get in touch with?
Well, to get in touch with me, Coach Pat Pearson, my website is coachpatpearson.com. All of my social media is Coach Pat Pearson. To get in touch with the publishing company, it's Pearson Publishing, pearsonpublishing.com. No, pearsonpublishing.com, yes. Social media is Pearson Publishing LLC. Now, if you accidentally get them confused, it's okay. We'll get the information and I will follow through. Today, I have a special gift for you. Of course, the quiz so that you can identify what your personality is, and you can get that at my productivitystyle.com. My productivitystyle.com. It's a really quick quiz. I think there's maybe 10 or 11 quick questions, and they're multiple choice. So all you have to do is just hit the box, and then it'll generate your results. You'll also be added to my mailing list. And if you're added to the mailing list, if that's something that you're not interested in, you can always opt out of it. Correct. My productivitystyle.com. Now, I also have a 30-day planner. Let's see, what's the website for that? It is a 30dayplanner.com. A in front of it. No, not that one. It's a 30dayplanner.com.
I'm putting all of them in there.
That's okay. A 30dayplanner.com. We also do one-on-one strategy sessions. So when you go to Coach Pat Pearson, if you're interested in a free strategy session, the link is there and you can sign up there. But that's what I have for you today. And it's been a pleasure, Miss Candy with an E.
All right. Everybody give it up for Coach Pat. When I told you she was going to bring it today. And I'm saying she really is, when I say she's on that time management thing, she is really on it. I'm actually going to go get me one of those journals because I just like having them anyway. I write down everything. I have a calendar on the wall, a calendar on my desk, the calendar on the phone. Yeah, I do all of that. So I keep up with it all kinds of ways because just in case, I don't have it on one thing, I have it somewhere else. I can keep myself in, but people don't think about things like what you're talking about, especially with the SMART goals and stuff like that. I know a lot of times we were taught the SMART goals, but a lot of people don't really think about those when they're making goals and stuff, but really using that SMART goal process actually works, So again, It has been a pleasure being here with Coach Pat Pearson. We will be back tomorrow night at 7, and we're going to have Angela Wynn in the house. So make sure that you guys tune in. I told you it was going to be turned up. The 3M virtual conference. 3M stands for Motivation Makes Money. And that's all we trying to do is make more money, right? So again, it's been a pleasure to see you guys tonight. See you again tomorrow. And thank you again, Coach Pat.
Thank you, Candy. I enjoyed it. Thank you.